Dog8798 here. This is part 2 of my Mortal Kombat review, and today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite live action series, Mortal Kombat Conquest, which in my opinion is criminally underrated. This show back in the day was awesome, and it sucks this show was canceled only after 22 episodes due to low budget. They didn't have the budget fundings for another season, and it sucks because things were getting real interesting in the last 4 episodes. And with that being said, Mortal Kombat Conquest once again is loosely based on the Mortal Kombat video games and is a prequel to the Mortal Kombat movies 1 and Annihilation. This television series took several liberties with the established Mortal Kombat canon and characters. One thing I love about this series is that due to the fact they had episodes to flesh out the characters and the plot, the series had stronger writing. The series had stronger and better writing and better storytelling than the movies did. The plot is that well, everyone knows the plot. The basic backstory to the Mortal Kombat games is similar in this series. Is that Shao Kahn, the Emperor of Outworld, wants to invade Earthrealm. The Elder Gods set up a tournament called Mortal Kombat to decide the ultimate fate of Earthrealm. Kung Lao, the ancestor of Liu Kang, the main protagonist of Mortal Kombat, and the ancestor of the modern-day Kung Lao in the Mortal Kombat video games, is guided by Raiden and competes in the Mortal Kombat tournament representing Earthrealm, and he fights and defeats the Emperor's sorcerer Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung is imprisoned in the Cobalt Mines for his failure to defeat Kung Lao and allowing Earthrealm to slip through Shao Kahn's hands. Shang Tsung is then, like I said, he is imprisoned in a place called the Cobalt Mines, a place that relinquishes you of your powers once you get there. But Shang Tsung still has the ability to steal souls. After that is over, and after a series of mishaps with a businessman named Baron, after a series of mishaps with a ruthless businessman named Baron who runs the city of Zuzan. Yeah, that's right. Runs the city of Zuzan. Scorpion, who appears much differently here than he does who has a different backstory here than he does in the games. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. And Jin, Kung Lao's lover, after she dies, Kung Lao befriends a thief named Taja and befriends an exile guard named Zero, and together those three defend Earthrealm from various threats throughout the series, usually led by Shang Tsung. Throughout the series, they encounter other characters or ancestors of those characters. They encounter like in the first episode, they encounter Scorpion, who appears much differently here in the game. Here in this series, Scorpion is a normal ninja and bodyguard named Takeda. He gets infected with a supernatural scorpion and becomes Scorpion of the games and of the video games, and gains the snake power and fire power. They encounter an ancestor of Sub-Zero who actually aids them in their quest in the episodes he appears in. They also encounter They also, in one episode, Kung Lao encounters Kitana, who of course is 10,000 years old, so she's in this series too. Even though this series is set thousands of years ago, they also, in one awesome episode, Shang Tsung, Shang Tsung fights, Shang Tsung fights Reptile, who of course is thousands of years old and a raptor. I love Reptile in this series. I love how he had more characterization in this series than he did in the first movie he appeared in. In the first movie he appeared in, he was just a bodyguard for Shang Tsung and got killed by Liu Kang after an awesome fight in Mortal Kombat 1. Just like I also love the characterization of Sub-Zero here. They show more about him and focus more about him, give him some more depth. In the movies, in the first movie, him and Scorpion were slaves under Shang Tsung's power. And both Scorpion and Sub-Zero fought and were defeated by Johnny Cage and Johnny Cage and Liu Kang respectively. And of course, then he returned in Annihilation. Of course, in Annihilation, he briefly showed up, saving Liu Kang and Kitana from smoke, and then fighting Scorpion, and then disappearing after that. And there was never a sequel to Annihilation. So I'm glad they improved some of what was wrong with the movies here in this series. Shao Kahn, he is more threatening. In this series, he is twice more threatening in this series than he was in Annihilation. He was awesome in Annihilation, but he's much more threatening position here. He's not taking orders from Shinnok in this series. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the plot. I'm gonna talk about the other stuff. I love the acting is combination of good and bad. It's a combination of good and bad. The show is cheesy, campy, and hilarious, and just awesome. Even though the show is, in my opinion, has strong writing and good characterization, it does have some of that so bad it's good feel is corny, but that, in my opinion, that's part of the fun. Going back to the acting, the Jeffrey Meek portrays the Thunder God Raiden, and Raiden's just hilarious in this show. He's more upbeat and sarcastic than he was in the movies, and he also portrays one of the main antagonists, Shao Kahn. That's interesting how he portrays two different roles, and both of them are good. Then he even fights himself at the end. Both Raiden and Shao Kahn have a fight at the end of the series. Christina Loken, who I'm a huge fan of, portrays Taja the Thief. Daniel Bernard, who is seen in The Matrix, portrays Zero. And Pilo Matabin, who I saw in Cinderella, the live-action movie, portrays Kung Lao in this series. Fighting is excellent. The fighting here, I love both the fighting in the movies and in the series, but the fighting here, they got to use more ancient fighting styles, just like you see in the PlayStation, the 6th generation Mortal Kombat games, Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon. Here in the movies, you only really saw like 3 styles. You only saw Taekwondo, Karate, and Kung Fu Wushu, which is what Kung Fu Wushu, which is what Robin Shao, the guy who portrayed Liu Kang, practices. Yeah, this was an awesome series, awesome fighting, and like I said, the show is hilarious, cheesy, comical. It was just such an entertaining show. The music, everything. It was suspense. The suspense, interesting. Always something happening. It sucks that this series didn't have the budget for season 2, despite high ratings. It didn't have the budget for season 2, which was a damn shame because the last episodes were good. They went in more in depth on who Shang Tsung was. They introduced a lot of characters. They introduced Smoke, which never came to light after Liu Kang betrayed the Lin Kuei. After Sub-Zero betrayed his clan, the Lin Kuei. All the characters appear to have got killed at the end of Mortal Kombat, and Raiden appears to have lost to Shao Kahn after he was just about to beat him. They never ever got to introduce Goro into this series, who beats Kung Lao and crushes him and becomes the Mortal Kombat champion. Oh man, it's just it sucks this series didn't get to continue. Then finally, I want to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, not Screw Attack, Yu-Gi-Oh! They called this series a one-liner train wreck, wire fu disaster show. In my opinion, screw them, because this show was awesome. This show was awesome. Like I said, it was corny, cheesy at times, but it had strong writing, good characterization, depth, and good story. And it pissed me off how they like to rag on it now and say it was one of the places where Mortal Kombat went wrong. And then of course they probably like that Mortal Kombat Legacy crap, which apart from the storylines of Sub-Zero and Scorpion and Raiden, even Raiden's storyline was stupid in my opinion. I hated that Mortal Kombat Rebirth and Legacy garbage. And I think the new Mortal Kombat film that they've been trying to get off the ground since 1997. I had high hopes for that, but I think that's gonna suck. I'm gonna talk about that later though. This is Mortal Kombat. The movies and the cartoon series, in my opinion, are Mortal Kombat. All right, Dog 8798 out. I'm gonna re-review the movies now.